Halloween night, we've got NFL players dressed up as Cowboys and Vikings. Get ready for one more treat as Dallas takes on Minnesota. Next on EA Sports.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. They know coming in, they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading him out from UNC in his 5th season, it's Mitchell Trubisky.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Draw play, it's Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Good move at the 30. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Fights off the defender. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Cam wisely hitting the deck at the end as he slides and has the first as well. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
20.
On first down, it's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll run on first down. Williams. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Newton now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Now it's Trubisky. Out to the right here to Shepard. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
They go play action. Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky.
Right back to Brown. This time he's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front back.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was all capped off by Mitchell Trubisky's touchdown run. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
On first down, Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Here's Newton. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. To throw is Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to third and goal. They'll look to run with Gainwell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A 21-yard attempt.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw it a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3. Taking it about the 1.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky. This is swung out to Eckler. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll run it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Oh, he shifts past him. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will run for it with Gainwell. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky. That's into the hands of Eckler. Touchdown, Cowboys! Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Rolling to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39.
Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Newton. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Newton. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Newton now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. David Onyemata able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and goal. Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. De'Ami Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again is Newton. And this is caught by Watkins. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, by comparison, they've been the better of these two sides in the rushing department, as you see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Newton. And this is caught by Fells, right side. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Newton. Roberts got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They fake the give. Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. Got a man. It's Brown. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. And that's complete to Shepard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
First down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Eckler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Newton. Being chased out left. Cam wisely hitting the deck at the end as he slides and has the first as well. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. It's Eckler again.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. They get Pro Bowl tackle Trent Williams for the infraction there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Trubisky will throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Trubisky. forced out to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So they took a chance there on 4th down, and boy, does it pay off. It pays off with 6 points.
Yeah, I have to imagine that they were thinking maybe we can at least get a 1st down if we don't score. But he decided he didn't want a new set of downs. He just wanted a touchdown.
Bass on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
Come on now, let's go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot.
2nd and 2. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's got some space here. And just shutting him off there. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 22. 137 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on next-gen stats. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. The handoff, it's Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back into the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
Let's go!
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
On first down, Newton.
Drops this one down to Gainwell. Gainwell a first down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Newton to throw. Open man, the tight end fails. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Over the middle, it's Fells. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Gun, 20, 8,
from the gun, here's Newton. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Newton throwing again. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Derek Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Newton's throw here into the hands of Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. To throw is Newton. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. That's to Watkins. What a grab that was. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
168 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Here is Eckler. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give running left is Eckler. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Tyler Bass on the field. A 48-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Newton.
Setting up the screen with Gainwell.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
On the ground, it's Eckler. 215 yards for him on the ground, as this has been a night to remember to this point.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.